to our live show. Our next guest is an accomplished writer and columnist, executive-level businesswoman and entrepreneur, and former radio host. Dr. Janice Ellis is sharing her life story in the new memoir, From Liberty to Magnolia, in Search of the American Dream, examining her challenges striving for civil rights and equal rights. And Dr. Ellis joins us here today. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good to see you here. Why did you decide to write and share your life story?
Well, I wanted the book to really be a learning tool, a teaching tool for blacks, women, young girls, all minorities, and American as a whole. And there is a discussion guide in the book for individual reflection as you're facing your challenges, for group discussions, book clubs, and community forums. And I wrote it because my life has been a microcosm of and an example of what life is like for women, blacks. So I wanted to say, if I can, you can, and try to show the path.
In going back to write the book, you had to kind of relive your life in a way. What did you learn about yourself taking that journey again?
Well, you know, obviously, with successes, there are failures. And as I wrote the book, there were moments I had to put the book down because it's painful to relive some of the challenges when it came to my race or my gender. I grew up in Mississippi on a farm, and I was told that you work hard and you do the best that you can. And of course, in terms of training, I tried to go to the best schools in America to be trained. And so every now and then, you're rocked because somehow it doesn't matter. So you regroup and you continue. So as I wrote the book, I relived some of those painful moments in my childhood and my career.
And you kind of had the two-pronged challenge as being a woman and being an African-American woman. So you had issues coming at you in many directions.
Yes, you know, and they played out at different periods of my life. In my early life, as a teenager, probably and as a young adult, my color, I thought, my skin color was dominant. I grew up in the civil rights era, and so that was dominant in terms of the civil rights movement, gaining equal opportunity for blacks. As I went to graduate school, both my race and my gender came to play. I started graduate school 6 months pregnant, and I had professors to tell me there's no way I would get my PhD and raise a family. So the gender aspect came in. And quite candidly, on interviews after I earned 2 masters and my PhD, I would walk into a room and I broke a lot of barriers. I integrated a college, but I also was the first, say, director of black women in a pharmaceutical industry. And I walk into a room and I thought, oops, which is more detrimental, my color or my gender?
I want to talk about the book itself because you share a lot of photographs. But I want to talk about the photograph in particular on the cover. That's you at about 9, 10 years old.
Yes.
What would you tell that little girl today?
Oh, I probably would tell her, you know, don't give up. I got into books early in my life in high school and grade school to make my parents proud and to make good grades. And so the books opened my horizon. I did not see college in my future, but a teacher saw my skills and said, yes, you can go to college and I'll help you get there. So I would tell that little girl, you know, dream big. I was on a cotton farm, and at night, looking at the stars and the moon, sometimes through my bedroom door. And, you know, you just dream and you continue to believe in yourself, and you work hard and you plan and you train yourself and examine yourself along the way. Because I think if you continue to say, who am I? What is my purpose? Then I think you can achieve your purpose.
The subtitle of the book is In Search of the American Dream. In your life, have you found your American dream?
Yes, yes, and it's been a challenge. Liberty and Magnolia, I was born between those two towns, those iconic names in Mississippi. And Liberty tells me that we're all free to work toward that dream, whatever your Magnolia, the beautiful part of your life, what you want it to be. And I'm fortunate to say that my faith and my family values I have yes, and I will continue to strive for other dreams as well.
We never give up on the dreams,
We never
right?
give up, no.
You said you wrote this as a learning tool. Are you going to reach out to book clubs and to schools
Oh,
and
yes.
try to talk to them about your story and how they can shape their story following kind of in your footsteps?
Yes, I am. I said in the book that I'm available, obviously, to be there, to have a discussion. The college that I integrated, Millsaps College, will be hosting an event, and I will be talking about the book. So yes, I'll reach out to community forums, to classes, as well as book clubs.
So what are you hoping that people will take away from reading your story?
I think two things. I want the book to be inspirational to women, to minorities, and to fair-minded, decent Americans to say, let's revisit how we look at race and gender in this country, and let us make sure that everyone, irrespective of their race and their color of their skin, can work hard and reach their dream.
Well, thank you so much for sharing a little bit of your story. To find out more, people need to read the book.
Yes, thank you.
Dr. Ellis, thank you so much for joining us today. Dr. Janice Ellis's memoir, From Liberty to Magnolia, In Search of the American Dream, is now available. And thank you so much for coming in to see us today.